We'll begin today's practice in mountain pose. You can rock back and forth from the balls of your feet to the heels. Feel yourself rooted, standing tall, lengthening out through the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed, knees soft. Bringing your attention to your breath, beginning to inhale, sweeping our arms overhead. Exhaling, bringing hands to heart center. If it feels comfortable for the neck, you can let your gaze follow your hands as you sweep up and as you bring the hands back to heart center. Pausing the next time the arms are overhead and adding a side bend, left hand gently guides the right forearm up and over to the left, rooting the feet into the floor, breathing into the side body. Exhaling, returning center, and then taking our stretch over to the other side, breathing into the left side body, and exhaling, returning center. We'll bring our hands to heart center, and then bend our knees, weight in our heels for chair pose. Inhaling, returning to mountain. Exhaling, lowering to chair. Allow yourself to move with your breath, choosing how deeply we take our chair pose. It can be a small bend in the knees or a deep bend. Listening to how we feel today. Next time the knees are bent, place your hand to your thighs, and then we'll begin to flow through cat and cow. So exhaling, we'll round the spine, tucking the chin. Inhaling, lifting the chest, lifting the head. And then we'll rise tall to mountain, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We'll begin half sun salutations. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, hinging from the hips as we fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need. This is a relaxing fold. Let the head drop heavy. Inhaling to halfway lift. So this is when we're going to straighten our legs in our fold and also straighten our spine, letting our hands rest to our shins and then coming back to that bent knee fold, feeling the difference. Inhaling, we'll rise tall to mountain, continuing to flow with our breath. We'll exhale to chair, inhaling mountain, exhaling, bending the knees, taking that deep forward fold, allowing ourselves to touch the floor, inhaling, straightening the legs, flat back, shoulder blades down the back, exhaling, releasing back into our bent knee fold, inhaling, rising tall, strong core, root to rise. Exhaling, option to take chair here. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, hinging from the hips, strong core. Find the support of the thighs and then allow the spine to relax. Drop the head. Breathing in, straight legs, straight back. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to move into pyramid pose, stepping our left foot back, toes facing the top edge of the mat, hips squared forward. We're going to hinge forward from our hips, keeping the chest lifted, flat back, and then just placing our hands above or below the knee and noticing where we feel a stretch in the back of the right leg. Now, as we start to lower, we can slide our hands a little closer to our ankle, maybe our fingertips finding the floor. You can begin to bend the knee to add support, and then think of drawing your right hip back. And notice how we can feel a stretch through the hamstring, the back of the thigh, even with the knee bent. We'll go ahead and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhaling, we'll rise tall to mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Let's try our pyramid pose on the other side. Stepping our right foot back, squaring the hips forward, strong core as we hinge forward, folding over the left leg. placing our hand above or below the knee, finding that nice long spine. And then we can soften, deepen the knee, relax over the thigh, drawing the left hip back, breathing into any tight space. And stepping our right foot forward to meet the left, we'll rise tall to mountain, sweep the arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center, we'll step to face the wide edge of our mat. Our toes are facing forward towards that long edge. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and then hinge forward, coming into a wide-legged fold. You may want to block here or let your fingertips find the floor. If possible, the hands can be flat. Now here we can round and release once we have the support of the floor. You may want to heel toe to take the stretch a little wider. You can play with shifting your weight into the balls of your feet while keeping your heels firmly placed to the mat, and just notice how that feels. Continue your deep breathing, letting go of any tension through the neck and shoulders. Then heel toeing our feet together, we'll bend the knees. Inhaling, we'll rise tall to mountain, sweeping our arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We can step back to the top edge of our mat. One more big sweep of the arms up. And then exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to bring fists to either side of our tailbone and add a gentle back bend here. Think of lifting and opening the chest towards the ceiling. You can look straight ahead or begin to peek up. Listen to how the neck feels. Keep the knees soft. Sweeping the arms up one more time through mountain, and then exhaling, forward fold. Bend the knees enough to place your hands to the floor, stepping the feet back. You can go immediately to child's pose or spend a few moments in downward facing dog, pedaling the heels or finding stillness. If you're in downward facing dog, drop your knees to the mat, sink your hips towards your heels. Relaxing into child's pose, bring your attention back to your breath. We'll slowly bring ourselves up seated, untuck our feet, and bring our legs out in front. We're going to take our left leg straight and then take half butterfly with the right leg. With a tall spine, walk your hands towards your left foot with the left foot flexed. Think of extending your spine. Notice where you feel the stretch. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and round the back, let the head drop heavy. With every exhale, letting go a little more. We'll walk the hands in, returning to a tall spine, and then switch the legs. Breathing in, find our tall spine, and then keeping the spine extended, we'll walk our hands towards the right foot. Check in, draw the shoulders back and down. You can stay here for as long as you'd like, or go ahead and round and release. Allow the head to drop. And once again, allowing yourself to let go. We'll bring ourselves back seated. We'll scoot forward and then lower onto our back. You can add a core challenge here, lowering one vertebrae at a time. However you get there, we'll meet with knees to chest. You can take this time to rock side to side. And keeping our right knee in, we'll set the left foot to the mat or slide the left leg straight, balancing some of our folding today by stretching out our hip flexors. Releasing the right leg, we'll draw the left knee into the chest. And an option to slide the right leg straight. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Returning to our breath. Releasing the left knee, we'll bend both knees, stack the knees over the hips, bring our arms out to a T, and then drop our knees over to the left, looking up or turning our head to the right. Looking back towards the ceiling, on our next exhale, we'll bring the knees center and then rest the knees over to the other side, continuing to look up or to our left. Looking back towards the ceiling, we'll bring the knees center. We'll hug the knees into the chest, gently rock side to side. Setting up for our final relaxation, you can set the feet to the floor, either keeping the knees bent or taking the legs out straight, or press pause and set up your favorite restorative pose. Once you find a comfortable position, begin to scan your body from head to toe, letting any tension melt from your face, softening through your neck and shoulders, letting your arms be heavy, your fingers soft. As you take your next inhale, noticing your rib cage rise. Exhaling, letting every rib bone go, allowing your belly to soften, your hip sockets to relax and release, muscles of the thighs letting go of the bone, kneecaps drop, feet fall heavy. Noticing your breath take its natural pace, giving yourself permission to rest. You can begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bringing your awareness back into the room, reaching your arms overhead, stretching out from head to toe, and then bending your knees, turning to one side, leaving our corpse pose, turning over to newborn baby. Fresh start for the rest of our week. And pressing ourselves up seated, finding a tall spine. As you take your next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. I'll see you next Saturday.